And we're up to part 7 in our series on natural supplements and their use with chemotherapy and radiation. And today we're going to talk about one of the biggest misses that oncology has made over the past decade. You know, over and over again they say stop everything, and especially that fish oil. Well, we'll read 2 articles, one from 2015, one from 2021, and one from 2022. It'll tell you the truth behind using fish oil in the field of oncology. The information you hear on Health Talk with Dr. Len is intended to be strictly educational and is not intended to diagnose or treat any disease. Any medical decision should be made between you and your healthcare professional. And now, here is Dr. Len. You know, we talk about this so often, and we really get involved in a lot of different. So I have 3 articles here on omegas that I want to share with you. And I want to show you the stupidity, and I have to call it the stupidity of oncologists. We'll get involved in this in 1 minute. You know, when we talk about fish oil, let's just talk about that for a minute. We're talking about quality. We're talking about something that is cold filtered, cold distilled, and give you the highest quality, coming from what are called non-pelagic fish. Those that are deep water fish, which is what we use entirely in our Omega 3D. So let's get started. Let's go back first to March 21st, 2019. Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Pretty reputable place, right? When starting cancer treatment, patients often have many questions about diet and which foods may help or hinder their recovery. A recent study published in JAMA Oncology showed that omega-3 fatty acids in fish oil supplements, listen, reduced the effectiveness of chemotherapy and cancer treatment. We spoke with Dana-Farber Brigham Women's and Cancer Center's nutritionist Stacy Kennedy to learn more. Oncology is not definitive or applicable to all patients. The research is still considered preliminary, and the chemotherapeutic resistance was seen in mice, not humans. But every oncologist made note of that and made a mental note and told you specifically to stop fish oil. The specific fish identified in the study where those of concern were herring and mackerel, while salmon and tuna were less of a concern. Other protein-rich but not fatty fish like haddock or cod can also be included as part of a healthy plant-based diet. Fish is an excellent source of protein. Many types of fish are also rich in vitamin D and healthy fats like omega-3. Fish oil supplements may be appropriate for certain individuals based on medical conditions or when fatty fish is not in their diet. There are also non-fish sources of omega-3 like walnuts, walnut oil, chia, hemp, and flaxseed. Do cancer patients need to take fish oil supplements or include fish in their diet during treatment? Good question, right? Not all cancer patients need to include fish or fish oil in their diet. We suggest they include healthy protein-rich foods and omega-3 rich foods and speak with their doctor and dietitians about whether supplements may be beneficial. Are there other foods or supplements cancer patients should avoid during chemotherapy? Generally, it's best to get nutrients from food instead of supplements. However, each person is different, and we should absolutely avoid omega-3s because they will interfere with chemotherapy. March 21st, 2019. Let's go forward. June 11th, 2021. So-called good fatty acids are essential for human health and much sought after by those who try to eat healthily. Among the omega-3 fatty acids, DHA or docosahexaenoic acid is crucial to brain function, vision, and regulation of inflammation phenomena. In addition to these virtues, DHA is also associated with the reduction in the incidences of cancer. Really? How it works is the subject of a major discovery by a multidisciplinary team from the University of Louvain, who have just elucidated the biochemical mechanism that allows DHA and other related fatty acids to slow the development of tumors. This is a major advance that has recently been published in the Journal of Cell Metabolism. In 2006, Olivier Ferron of the Louvain team, which specializes in oncology, discovered that cells in an acidic microenvironment within tumors replace glucose with lipids as an energy source in order to multiply. Thanks to the support of the Foundation Louvain, the Belgium Cancer Center, and the Telethon, the team quickly identified that those acidic tumor cells responded in diametrically opposite ways depending on the fatty acid they were absorbing. So, bottom line, it says DHA was actually a poison for some tumors. So it started to call into question, why did doctors say to avoid them? Now we take up 4 days ago, April 1st, 2021, Philadelphia. Taking fish oil pills, which contain omega-3 fatty acids, could help immunotherapy drugs cure cancer, a new study reveals. Lead author Abigail Kelly, a research assistant at Harvard University, described the results as very promising. Dietary interventions can be powerful tools because they are relatively simple and inexpensive to implement, Kelly said. Our findings show that omega-3 supplementation has the potential to broadly improve immunotherapy and other anti-cancer drugs in the clinical setting. Medications which stimulate the body's own immune system have revolutionized cancer treatment. However, they don't work for everybody. Omega-3 fatty acid supplements typically come in 3 forms, etc. Studies have suggested that consuming these foods reduce cancer risk. They also are readily available over the counter. The new study reveals that omega-3s increase the effectiveness of immunotherapy and anti-inflammatory cancer drugs. Aggressive tumors in treated lab rodents shrunk by 67% when researchers added fatty acids to the animal standard diets. Scientists believe they act in tandem, making the combined effect greater than the sum of its parts. On the other hand, mice consuming fatty acids from meat and eggs, known as omega-6, saw negative results. We demonstrated for the first time that the combination of immunotherapy and anti-inflammatory treatments was more effective when mice were fed diets rich with omega-3 fatty acids. So guess what, oncologist? You were wrong. You were wrong, and you probably caused more deaths by telling people to avoid omega-3s than you could even imagine. Think about that. Think about that the next time you ask your oncologist about taking supplements. Because, obviously, they don't know what they're talking about. Sorry to say. Again, don't take this information strictly from me. You need to consult with somebody that knows what they're talking about. Somebody board certified in clinical nutrition, naturopathic medical doctor. And if you want to reach me off air to discuss this by yourself, 888-231-5325. 888-231-5325. Tomorrow we're going to finish up this series talking about Avamar Ultra, my go-to, one of the most powerful natural preps on the market today. God bless you, folks. We'll see you back here for part 8 tomorrow. Take care.